the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Just before Easter, a new sculpture was unveiled in St. Peter's Square called Be Welcoming, and it really lives up to its name. At first glance, it looks like a tired traveler, but as you get closer, you see angel wings hidden in the folds of the cloak. It's based on that beautiful verse from the book of Hebrews, "Do not neglect hospitality, for through it some have unknowingly entertained angels." And that's not all. The same artist also recently finished a new bust of Pope Leo XIV, another piece that brings together faith, history, and some serious artistic skills. Joining us live from the Toronto area is a Catholic Canadian sculptor, Timothy Schmaltz, to share these deeply moving works of art. For over 25 years, Tim has been sculpting large-scale sculptures. He's a figurative artist with his pieces installed worldwide. Some of his most reputable pieces are installed in historical churches in Rome and at the Vatican in St. Peter's Square. Tim, thanks so much for joining us. It's great to be with you once again.
Good morning.
I know you've been super busy in recent weeks. You've also created a new bust of Pope Leo XIV right after his election. Talk to us about this piece and your hopes in presenting our new Holy Father.
Well, because I'm a sculptor, an obsessive Catholic sculptor, my way of celebrating was to lock myself in my studio and create a bust, a head and shoulders of our new Pope. And I was just so delighted. So I just started to really study him, study all the details, all of his expressions. And what I created, I feel I'm actually shocked how quickly it came together. Sometimes I can spend 6 months on a sculpture. Other times, like this one, it just comes together so quick. So the sculpture is done. It's at the point I do not even want to touch it because I fear that I might jeopardize some of the essence from it. And I really captured, I feel, the hope and the joy in his face, in his smile. And there is this looking to the future. If you can post a picture of it, it's really nice. He's his head is looking upwards, and there is this very, very joyful look on his face, not over the top, but just really content, tranquil, but also there's that hope and happiness within it. And so here I am, I got my photos from the internet, and I thought I'd put glasses on him because that, in a sense, that's how he presented himself to the world. And it's kind of tricky, actually, sculpting glasses. And then other details I wove into the garb, the stole, a little representation of St. Augustine and Mary. And so it's a really nice piece. So, and yeah, my hope is to get this sculpture as part of the celebration to many places around the world. And in fact, I have one of the theological schools that Pope Leo went to actually going to be installing one of the pieces. And I'd love to see more of them out there.
Well, I'm looking at a photo from CTV News of you in action in work with your iPhone as you're busy sculpting. Yeah. It's truly amazing how you were able to do it so quickly, and yet, it looks incredible.
Well, thanks. Yeah, and this comes right after I did Carlo Acutis, and it's interesting that I feel that these sculptures that I'm doing are so much part of the Jubilee and so much part of our living now of Catholicism. And for me, I just, there's so much to do. There's so many sculptures to do. And then I get other ideas. Like I have yet to do a sculpture of Chesterton, and I want to do it because he's a fave of mine. And I'm thinking that the great thing about sculpture is their advertisements, their promotion. It's better than a commercial because it's cast in bronze and it lasts forever. And so there's so many people that deserve sculptures. There's so many saints that I have yet to create. That's why I'm an obsessive sculptor.
Well, Tim, I love the idea of making the miniatures. I can see a huge demand for the miniatures of the bust of Pope Leo XIV. Heck, I'd like to have one of those.
Yeah, well, I feel that there is that benefit of the piece because it is so spontaneous. But I do want to do another one of a portrait of him as I learn more about him and as his papacy develops, I want to do more complex pieces. I want to kind of celebrate everything he does. I was so delighted to hear about his ardent stance on anti-abortion. I was just so delighted that's one of the first things he basically said, that abortion is evil. And this comes at a time where the abortion monument that I did, the pro-life monument called Life, is hopefully going to be installed in Texas, in Austin, Texas. So I'm very excited about this.
Tim, for our listeners who would like to learn more about your fantastic work, where can they go? TimothyPaulSchmaltz.com. My full name, TimothyPaulSchmaltz.com. And there you will see your latest work, Habemus Papam, Pope Leo XIV, wearing his glasses. It's fantastic. Tim, as always, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Many blessings to you. Catholic Canadian sculptor Tim Schmaltz joining us from the Toronto area. Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends. And thanks for listening.